We all know that Donald Trump inspired the crowd that marched to the Capitol and did the insurrection on January 6th. But they've been saying this whole time that had nothing to do with us. There can't be any legal consequences. Certainly, we just gave a little speech and then some people did what they did. But a new revelation implies that the connection is stronger than they'd like it to be. Donald Trump's White House chief of staff and a national campaign spokesperson were apparently involved in efforts to encourage the president's supporters to march to the Capitol back on January 6th. This is not according to me. This is according to a person who says he overheard a key planning conversation between top Trump officials and organizers of the January 6th rally on the White House Ellipse. And importantly, we're finding out about this now, but he already testified at the January 6th commission a few months ago. And here's what he revealed. He, being Scott Johnston, who worked on the team that helped plan the Ellipse rally, claims that leading figures in the Trump administration and campaign deliberately planned to have crowds converge on the Capitol and, quote, make it look like they went down there on their own. So there's some intentionality to it. They knew what they were doing. They were trying to hide their involvement. So Johnson says that he overheard Mark Meadows, then former President Trump's chief of staff, and Katrina Pearson, Trump's national campaign spokeswoman, talking with Kylie Kremer, the executive director of Women for America First, about plans for a march to the Capitol. Scott Johnson says they were very open about how there was going to be a march. Everyone knew there was going to be a march, but they decided against officially permitting the march because of the costs about security. After all, they don't want there to be security, they want there to be chaos. And about the optics of a sitting president organizing a push towards Congress as the election was being certified. So Johnson tells Rolling Stone they plan to, quote, direct the people down there and make it look like they went down there on their own. So this is a person who was involved in the planning of the speech. We'll have to see how credible the January 6th commission considers them, Francesca, but they were certainly there to know.
I mean, yeah, we all saw it play out. This is exactly how it played out. So my guess is they probably discussed how it was gonna play out, where Trump was like, we're gonna march there, I'm gonna be behind you, but like not really. And you're gonna go, but I didn't say, but we're gonna go, you're mostly gonna go. Like, yeah, I think that is the key word, make it look like they went down there on their own. But even though, we're talking all different folks from official GOP accounts like the Arizona Republican Party tweeting out Ali Alexander, the planner of the Stop the Steal rally, like he's ready. Are you? And that was Ali Alexander saying, I'm willing to give my life.
Yeah.
And they're saying, yeah, man, are you ready to give your life? So not only was it a march, and that's what Republicans will have us believe. This was a march that got out of hand. No. It was a march that absolutely had two intentions. One of intimidation and specifically in the goal to overturn the election, but two, intimidation through violent measures. At no point was there, this is a peaceful march, everybody assemble peacefully. When you have a permit and there is a perimeter, although let's be real, I don't know if the cops would have even done that much, it's generally more organized. Right? And there is an understanding that this is a peaceful march. But if it's just kind of a free for all, not only does it save you by saying, hey, we didn't plan it, but it saves you by saying, well, we have less police on hand, so we get to do whatever the hell we want.
Yeah, you're totally right. And the devastating point about him mentioning it, now that we find out more about how they were planning to get them to go there, but create fake distance, when Trump just said, you're gonna march down there, do you think all the organizers like, you idiot, you had one job. Don't tell them directly to go there, you dingus.
It would have been much funnier to hear him be like, we're gonna do a thing, it's gonna be a big thing, we're gonna march to a place, begins with a C, ends with an apple, like what he always does, kind of like hinting but never saying. No, he just said it.
No, he just said it. And somehow that's not enough. You need Scott Johnston talking to the January 6th committee because for some reason the president saying it live on TV isn't implicating enough. By the way, this is also the guy who says not only does he know about them using burner phones, but he bought the burner phones. So kind of interesting that he's cooperating. For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/thedamagereport. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.